Jeez. Bit of patience, mate. Bit of patience. He's trying to park. He's trying to park. Jesus Christ. Literally just pulled up. He's trying to park up, mate. He's been there 2 seconds. Bit of patience. Fucking hell. Go on, piss off. Fuck off. Dickhead. Walk with the old stinging nettles. If it weren't for lorry drivers, we'd have nothing in the shops. You wouldn't be eating half the stuff that you normally eat. And you've got twats like that can't wait 2 seconds for a bloody poor lorry driver to park up. And again, I've said it before, but since COVID, people have just become so rude, so arrogant, so impatient. I don't know what's happened in the last 5 years. I really don't. I used to be a driver myself, nothing in that category. And it's hard work. Just dealing with other road users all day. Impatient drivers that can't wait 2 seconds for you to park up. That poor lorry driver, he didn't really speak a lot of English, but you could see in his face he was upset over it all. A decent guy as well. I hope he's on his way to Dover. That idiot. I know all the ferries get cancelled and he's waiting there for like 15 hours. That's what these people deserve. Right, I'm going to move on from here. I've been here quite a while now and I don't want to take the mick. And not only that, there's people that are driving past here every day that are going to and fro work that see me all the time, so I don't want them to start. Not that they can do anything, you know what I mean, but I don't know. I think it's just best to move on. I'd love to have that bloke behind me when I'm driving in a minute. I'd love for him to come back, because I do about 20 mile an hour along this road just to piss him off. Looks like it's going to rain. Good. Yes. It's starting to rain. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Actually, I might go to Lidl and not Tesco's today. Change of scenery. Right, get my usual park up spot, which is there. What are you looking at? That's it. Go away. He's staring. He looked like he was effing and blinding at me. That bloke on the bike. More entitlement, isn't it? See if I can- You better keep cycling. I do like these. Here you go, some of them. Get one of them. That sounds nice. Naughty. Oh, hello. Weird looking thing. Naughty. I do love tomatoes. Okay. I do. Look at these. Oh, you got a cauliflower, pineapple. What do you call these? Pumpkin, sweet corn. They're good, aren't they? Oh, an apple. Naughty. Bad price. Naughty. You're supposed to be at the back with all your other mates. Oh, it is proper Bear Central in here today. Proper Bear Central. I need some roll on. Is that ladies? No, it doesn't bother me if it's ladies anyway, to be honest. I prefer roll on to spray because it lasts longer. When I've used spray in the past, I use so much of it, it chokes me out. Do need some body wash. Shower gel. What's that? Mint? No. It just makes me cold. Lime I do. Oh, sorry, love. I won't be getting them again. That was vile, absolutely vile. Right, I'm going to try cooking a pizza again with the saucepan. So, third time lucky, eh? That'll do, £1.35. I tried those ones in a saucepan and they come out really well. These are good little meals for 99p. Yeah, good price. They were 79p a little while back, but still 99p is alright. You never get the front one. I do. Let's get some mayonnaise. You've got to have mayonnaise on a pizza. Bad price. Again, I'm sure they used to be like 49p a few years back. Mind you, I do like Lidl. Right, what a lovely, pleasurable experience that was. Shopping in there, it's quite chilled. Got some bits and bobs. I'm going to spend a night. Oh, it's starting to rain. Good. Do that one. It's better. I'm going to spend a night at my favourite campsite tonight. So I can't be bothered looking around for anywhere else to go. So I'm going to go there. Chill out. Cook the pizza. Have a coffee. Or cold coffee. Add some olives. Job done. This weather doesn't know what it wants to do. 1 minute it's raining. Next minute it's hot and sunny, which I hate. I paid my road tax as well this morning. £173. That made my eyes water. Right, that's all booked in. And I've just found out that kids go back to school today. Well, most of them do, because the summer holidays are up, so excellent news. So it should be quieter, even quieter. Just how I like it. I'm actually going to go over here. It's near the toilets and showers, and it's away from all the others over there. So yeah, unless someone else turns up later, which my luck, someone will pull up right next to me. But in the meantime, I'll stay here. God, I still haven't shaved. Keep saying I'm going to do it. I would go to a barber shop, but I've got a hair here that when I shave, if I shave downwards, it bleeds really bad. It's like it pulls the hair and it catches the skin and bleeds. I've been to a barber shop a few times and I said to him, look, when you shave, when I have to shave, don't cut downwards, cut upwards. What do they do? Cut downwards. And then it's just blood everywhere. So I don't bother using them anymore. And not only that, they're expensive. To have a haircut, which I've only got half a head hair anyway, so it should be half price. And a beard cut, they want like nearly 20 quid. So, no thanks. Last week, I think that was a Monday or a Tuesday, I went to a petrol station, walked in and got myself a can of Red Bull. I got to the till, placed it on a counter, and the bloke serving turned around and said to me, in front of everyone that was behind me, loud as anything, do you know drinking Red Bull's bad for your health? And I turned around and said, so sitting on your fat arse all day. It's unbelievable. I really wish I was recording at the time, but I wasn't. But I'm surprised he still served me. He did, and I just walked out. But gives him the right to tell people what to drink and eat or whatever. You know what I mean? You know, just serve me, and that's it. You ain't got to open your big gob. It's like lecturing people. I do regret saying fat. I should have said just sitting on your backside all day. But at the time, I was annoyed. But unbelievable. People have to get involved, don't they, with other people's business. In a couple of years' time, I'm 50 years old. Of course I know Red Bull's bad for me. So is breathing majority of this air. It's polluted as hell. The amount of cars and God knows what else that we've got. Do you know what? I don't know why. I use like... Oh, I've got some there. Oh, it's a shower thing. Why do I do that? Why don't I just use the whole bottle and then buy another one? I seem to use 95% of it and then just keep hold of the bottle. Oh, I might as well use... Might as well use these up. I can't be bothered. I just want to use a new one. Naughty. I like the fact that they've got these signs everywhere. Just to remind people to zip it. Lovely and clean. Absolutely perfect. Jeez. Looks like I've ironed my top with a hammer. How many creases are in it? Nice and clean. Right, another one to add to the collection. Get in. That's it. That smells so good. Back to front for you, but it's called Dirty from Lush, and it smells gorgeous. I don't know why they called it Dirty for, but it smells nice. That was a lovely shower. I feel so fresh now. If I didn't have to deal with people camping or turning up in our motorhomes or whatever, I'd like to become a warden on a campsite. But it's the people that puts me off. I'd like to just go round, I don't know, picking up litter, talking to myself, and just meeting the local cats and dogs and wildlife. That'd be a perfect job for me. Not dealing with people though. I've done that majority of my life in retail. And I think, like I said previously, I think that's why I am how I am now with others. Because you see the other side of people, you see their true colours when you work in retail. Especially up London. I worked in Oxford Circus, and then I moved on to South Molton Street. Oh, it was an absolute nightmare. I left there, I took 6 months out, so I had a bit of a breakdown. And then I went crawling back to the owner of the company. I got on really well with him. And I remember him saying to me previously, when I said to him, look, I'm off, I've had enough. And he said to me, you'll be back. I said, I won't be back. Well, I was. And I remember phoning him up and him laughing down the phone. But I moved on to a quieter store, more local to me in Medway. I was there for a while. And then I had a massive row with the area manager. And one day, or one morning, he said to me, make sure you're there. Make sure you come in, because there's a massive visit happening with all the top bods coming down. And I knew then it was my time to F him over. I didn't turn up. I quit that morning. I got hold of my phone and I threw it in a river. I had an absolute gut full of it. Yeah. Anyone that's thinking going into retail, and I hear it all the time, oh yes, I'm so bubbly, I love people. Trust me, after 6 months, you'll think different. I was a totally different person many moons ago. I was very much a people person. That's one of the reasons I got into retail in the first place. But that soon changed. Yeah. And I see the area manager about 7 years later, and he just stared at me. And I went to him, oh, you alright? How you doing? Good to see you. But he didn't acknowledge, he didn't say anything, he just moved on, just walked off, like. But then I went on to, where did I go after that? Oh, I'd done my own bits for a bit. And then I worked for B&Q. I worked in store, I worked nights. And the only reason I worked nights was because there'd be no customers around. That's the only reason why I'd done it. And I actually quite enjoyed it, and the staff and that there and the managers were fantastic. And then I've done that for about 5 years. And then a supervisor, someone that was doing a normal job like me, became a supervisor. And the power just went to her head. Absolute went to her head. So within a week, I spoke to my boss and I said, look, can I do days? Even though I'll be dealing with customers. But I went on to days. And my manager, he was spot on. He was a proper old school manager, you know. What was I saying? Yeah, no, I lasted about a year, if that. And I had enough of customers. I couldn't deal with it no more. And I inquired about the driving side of it. I thought I'd enjoy that. So I got into that. Got into the driving. I've done that for about a year. And I hated it. What used to annoy me is I was based in Medway, and I'd turn up at the store, and then they would send me up to London. 90% of the time, or 80% of the time, they send me up to London. And anyone that drives in London will know what I mean. It is an absolute nightmare. You can't park anywhere, there's red routes everywhere, there's cameras everywhere. Dealing with other drivers, that was another kettle of fish. Absolute menace it was. But anyway, I said to the boss, I said, because what it was, the people that worked in London stores would deliver a lot of the time to Medway and the surrounding area. And I said to the boss, I said, well, why am I going all the way up there to deliver when they are already up there and they could do the area? I can't actually recall what he said. But basically I said, well, I think it's fair that I get more money then, because they did. Up there, I think they got £2 or £3 extra an hour for the London weigh-in, or whatever it's, London wage or whatever. I don't know. And he said to me, well, if you don't like it, then move up to London and work in one of them stores. It was actually, to be fair, he was actually an alright manager. He was alright. I actually liked him. He was very straight. But then, that's a good thing, I think. I then I left there, and then went to work for Sainsbury's as a delivery driver. Got on really well, managers and that. Lovely people, really lovely people, the staff there. I've done that. I've done the driving for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden, I've always suffered with head issues, anxiety, OCD, and intrusive thoughts, and it's a nightmare to live with, and it's very hard for me. You may not see it when I'm doing videos, but it's very hard for me to do videos, very hard. But literally overnight, and I've never heard of it before, the common term is called OCD driving, and it's where when you're driving you feel that there's a multitude of different things with OCD driving, but my one was fear of hitting people. So when I'm driving along, I could be driving and I could see something go past me, and it'd be like a lamppost, or it'd be a black sack on the floor or something, and I know that in my sane mind, one part of my sane mind, I know that what it was, but my brain will continue to tell me that I've hit someone and you've done it on purpose, and I'm not that person. If I'd hit someone, I'd have gone straight back, helped out, phoned the ambulance and whatnot. And that literally happened overnight, that OCD driving. It just, overnight. It's weird. And I continued driving for a few more months, and it got so bad, I spoke to the manager, lovely manager at Sainsbury's, and I said, I can't do it no more. And I told her, I was straight up with her. Because what I used to do, I couldn't record at the time when I was driving. So when I got back to the store, on my mind, I'd be thinking, there's someone laying in the side of the road in a bush, dying because I've hit someone, you know, and it could be half hour away. So once I finished work, I would then go back out and have to check, like in the woods or whatever, or the side of the country lanes, checking to make sure there was no one there. And I knew there wasn't. I knew there wasn't anyone there. But my brain wouldn't give it a rest. It would continue to tell me, continue. It's awful. And I still suffer with it now. But I can record when I'm driving. I couldn't do it when I was with Sainsbury's. So I spoke to the manager, and I took, in the end, I took 3 months off, no, 4 months out. And I was in bed for 4 months. I only got out to eat, to go to the toilet. But it really affected me. And I had counselling and all that with it. And I was on medication. But anyway, got myself together, went back to Sainsbury's, and I worked in store. I was just loading the vans. It was away. I didn't want to work on the shop floor because of customers, and I was just loading the vans and that. But yeah, I've done that for a while, and then unfortunately my head got the better of me again, so I left. And here I am now. I'm just living off savings, what I've got. But going forward, I do need to find work or do something, but I'll see how it goes. Right, let's shut the door. I don't want anyone nosing in. That's better. Keep the busybodies out. Right, let's try this. So, third time lucky. So I put that at the bottom, like so. Got me pizza. It's defrosted now, which is good. Spread these out a bit. There's a bit more pepperoni than I want, really. Let's take some off. Normally it's the other way around. You don't get enough toppings, but right, can go off as well. I'll put them out for the foxes. Put that in like that. Get rid of them. Put that on. And then I'm going to put it on a lower heat this time, so hopefully it won't burn the bottom of it. Well, it's only been 5 minutes. I can't expect miracles. Still on a lowish heat. Another 10 minutes up. It's getting there. I just want it to crisp up on top, but I don't think that's possible when you're cooking it with a saucepan. But we'll see. There's like a fire in the distance over there. Might just be the local farmer burning some stuff, but hope that's all it is. I'm gonna have to ask the warden. Naughty. Just waiting for the pizza to cook. Yeah, it's pitch black now. It's chilly. It's good. And there's no flies around. When it gets too cold, they seem to, I don't know, hibernate or whatever. But yeah, there's absolutely no bugs around at all. So I've got my door open. Well, I need it open anyway because I've got the gas running, so I need some ventilation. But yeah, it's nice and peaceful. Right. Whoa. Tell you what. Oh, hang on, let me just wipe the lens. That's better. That's quite crispy. I'm going to turn it off. I just hope and pray it's, yeah, look. It's like black smoke coming off. I bet that's burnt underneath. It ain't drastic. It's hot. Right, let's have a look. I haven't cut it the best because the knife I've got is quite blunt, but at least I found the knife, because last time I only had a spoon, and trying to cut an onion with a spoon was quite hard work. But let's give it a go. It is a bit burnt underneath. It's red hot, so I've got to be careful because I don't want to burn the roof of my mouth again. Yeah. Excuse me. That's hot. Oh, let's just have a little bite. Oh. Definitely got a crunch to it, but it tastes nice. And I think these were £1.35, these pizzas. Not bad at all. I'm impressed with that. Right, I'm going to eat this. And thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. That'd be a great help. And like the video. And share the video to your friends and family if you can. It really does help the channel out. And comment as well. It really sort of boosts the video further up the line, so it get noticed more, but only if you want to. But anyway, thanks again guys, cheers for watching, and I'll see you next time.